Hello and welcome to episode number 6 of Outer Wilds. Guys, it's been about a year and a half since we started this playthrough. It's been a hot year and a half. We played it a bunch and I was going to say, I know I got burned out, especially like in the caves of the Ember Twin. But one of my favorite streamers, That Design Feels, you can find him on Twitch and YouTube. Shout out if you ever see this. He started streaming and uploading VODs of his Outer Wilds playthrough. And I thought, man, I'm so happy that you're doing this, because I'm never going to get back into the game. Like I'm done. And then like halfway through the first episode, I thought, why am I not playing this again? So I'm older, I'm fatter, god damn it, I'm wiser, and we're gonna give it another shot. Picking up where we left off, I watched all of my playthroughs up to this point, so I am caught up as much as you are, based on what I should know, and then we're gonna get into it. So, in terms of the game, for a game that doesn't give you any quests or goals at all, these are the two things that I think are the main quests and goals. Number one, get to the Quantum Moon, and I feel like that's probably like the main quest. Secondarily, figure out what's going on with the Ash Twin project. And we know how to figure out quantum stuff. We got the quantum tower on Giant's Deep. We still need the Tower of Quantum Knowledge at Brittle Hollow, and we need the it's in a cave. There's a quantum shard in the Lakebed Cave in the Ember Twin. Those are the two other bits of knowledge. We've been to the Quantum Moon before. We happened to come upon it. We landed on it, and then came up to a locked door. So hopefully that allows us to unlock the door. Before we do any of those main quest things, I noticed watching back my playthrough, there's a couple of things, especially near Giant's Deep, which I want to go back and potentially finish, which is weird because I feel like Giant's Deep was like the planet that we spent the most amount of time on. There's that island with the brambles on it that we noped out of pretty quick on like our first trip there, so we need to go back there. There's the statue factory island where we were unable to make a jump because the gravity was too high, but looking back, obviously when the island goes up into space, there's no gravity. So I think we're gonna go into that island, wait for it to be launched into space, and then float over. And that should get us to there's like another wall of text there to look at. And then lastly, I'm less suspicious that this is going to give us anything. The orbital probe, one of the modules, you could see like a barrier, and then it looked like there was stuff on the other side, but you couldn't get to it from the inside of the probe. So I'm thinking maybe land on the probe and then like spacewalk around to the other side and see if there's anything there. There's probably nothing, but that's another thing that I wanted to do. After those things are cleared up, whether in this video or in next videos, we're going to be going to Ash Twin again, and we need to go to that tallest tower, which I think goes to the sun. I think I remember seeing stuff about Sun Station, so there's probably a station that will teleport us to. Remember, there's like a balcony on the back of that we need to get into as the sand drains out. And then also getting into Ash Twin, right? We learned at the Black Hole Forge that the teleporter window is like while the sand column is over that teleporter, and that there's a little bit of wiggle room before and after that. So we're gonna try to get into the middle of Ash Twin as well. Having said all of that, I reminded myself of the story beats and information, but I have not played this game in at least a year, so I am sorry about all of the crashing of the spaceship that we're going to do. You'll notice I got my timer back, so we're going to start it up, and I'll shut up for a little while. Yeah, I don't remember how to run, or if there is a run. Jump is A. Map. There it is. Trigger to lift off. Alright. And we'll engage autopilot for now. You can't lock onto the probe until you're closer. There it is right there. Wait. Oh no, no. Alright, well. Can we escape gravity? Okay. So let's... Oh, we can't autopilot to the probe, huh? Nope. We don't want the sun. Trying to figure out where this thing's gonna come. There we go. We're just gonna have to do it, like, on our own. Match velocity, that's right. Get it, get it. All right. Are we there? Yes. All right. Now we don't want to go in here. Don't want to go in. Come on. Come on. There we go. All right. And then we're just going to see if we can, like, not fall into the planet as we check out these from the outside. So there's one that blew off. Let's go in here. Yeah, that's the one that blew off. I guess I could have come in here and gone out that way. That's the one that's still active, I think. And then there's this one. Yeah, so this is the one that had stuff over there, right? But we can't get there. So I'm going to try to get out there. Whoop. That's the quantum moon right there, I think. Need to try to not get too far away from this thing. Or I'm just gonna shoot off into space. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. Alright, here we go. Ship log updated, there you go. Yo, Nate. I'm playing a game that I haven't played in a year. Now we'll see if any of this is new, because I haven't been in here before, I don't think. Imagine, Privet, the probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the eye of the universe. You'll be the first to see them. I definitely read this before. Honored and terrified. Yes, okay. So this might just be like redundant stuff. Yeah, we're not starting over. We're not pulling a Tequila Dragon here. We're continuing where we left off. Now this was floating in the air, which is a little strange. Malum, I better 50%. Sending the last of the cannon components. Soon, relatively speaking, we'll know the eye's location. In the construction yard crew, determined a power setting. We are not under any circumstances to go above. Yeah. Okay. I am comfortable with saying that this is not any new information. But happy that we came out here. Now, can I get back to the ship in one piece without losing all my fuel? Oh, this gravity floor is going to screw with me here. Alright, here we go. Yep, we just need to get to the ship. Alright. We survive! This is by far the most terrifying planet in this game. Giants Deep. Just strange because it was also kind of like the easiest to wrap my head around. We're looking for the island with the arch or the Bramble Island. And yep, there it is. The Bramble Island has a lot of ghost matter. That's what fucked with me. Looking through the tutorial again on the VODs, it looks like the scout should be able to help us figure out what the deal is with that. How do I... oh, hold it. Okay. Okay, so the scout shows you what's real ghost matter and what's not. Go, go. Ah, fudge. This is what happened last time. Alright, here we go. I don't remember if there's a run How do I run? I also don't remember how to do that boost jump. So maybe we should go into the controls and check that out. Hold A, fire jetpack booster. Where is the platform? Here we go. Okay. For real this time. RT hold I. Right. Now we use our scout to see what's safe and what's not. So the crystals don't mean dark matter. The crystals just show you where there might be dark matter. Can I jump across there? Alright. This should all be safe. That's not. That's not. Those are those jellyfish. It's like a little campsite. Trip 4, entry number whatever. That sounds like Gabbro. Crashes 2. Boring crashes 0. Remember to see Slate when I get back. All the way down to the core. Consider yourself conquered, Giants Deep. You just got feldsparred. Oh, maybe it's feldspar. That was one of my more dramatic feats, if I do say myself. Can't believe I wasn't electrocuted. Can't wait to tell Hornfels and Gosling about this one. I guess brute force isn't always the answer. So this is the hint to get into the jellyfish to get into the core. So that's one more off the list. Seems all that's left is the big one now. Dark Bramble, here I come. I forgot all about Dark Bramble. Yeah, so that's like a clue about jellyfish. Huh. Okay. Well, we figured that one out on our own, I guess. I think it was this way. How's everybody doing today on the first day of the weekend? Uh-oh. We just got tornadoed. Let's use this opportunity to get back near the ship. Ship is off into the sky right there. Okay. That could have been worse. But we do need to get back up there. My ship is on top of there. So I think we're gonna have to reset. Progress. Okay. Second verse, same as the first. Now we're looking for the island with the arch on it. Oh, it's all coming back to me now. Muscle memory. Me and my buddy Giant's Deep. Try not to get smacked by the probe. Try not to get smacked by the probe, and we missed it. I don't think we need to go to Gabbros Island. This looks like the arch. Nope, that's the construction yard. Here it is. Alright, and then we go down. Now we've done this part before. This was tricky to get into. Okay, let me out. Let me out. Let me out before the thing crashes or something. Oh shit, we're in space. I think this is where we wanted to go to. Oh, that sticks you to the floor. Okay. Yeah, because we went around the side and then we could not jump up onto here. So this should be new stuff, hopefully. I'm cute. No. I'm curious, is sending a being's memories back in time the same as sending the being itself back in time? So that's what the Ash Twin project is about, right? Sending people's memories to masks to then beam them back to themselves at some other time. And they're talking about back in time because when you travel by light, you end up arriving like a 1/1,000,000th of a second sooner than you left. As an example, if we were to send my memories back in time, is that the same as sending me back in time? Not my physical body, but my essence. Imagine they're two different actions. Wouldn't both actions be effectively the same? Suppose that time is being rewritten. I believe this is different than receiving memories from what is effectively the future. But isn't the end result identical in either case? We also know that they were working on increasing that time difference to 22 minutes, which is exactly how long a loop is. So it seems like they succeeded in that goal. Can we get in here when it's underwater? Sweet. So we might actually... Oh, there's the jellies. We might actually be able to do something else this run. Let's scoot up here. And we said next we're going to Ash Twin. Which is... Oh, there's also the Interloper. So on Ember Twin... there is a little shuttle bay that goes to the Interloper. And I took that before, but I'm thinking I might not have been on the shuttle long enough. That's the station! That's the Sun Station. That's where we're going to try to go. This ship is held together... Yep, there's the teleporter pad. The ship is held together by duct tape and spit. Like, canonically. Okay, don't break the ship, don't break the ship, don't break the ship. Okay. We're there. Now we're gonna wait for the sand to drain out a bit, but not too much. It's gonna be at about 9 minutes if I remember correctly. And we just need to not get sucked up by the vortex. I think we're safe. That goes along the pathway. I don't remember exactly where on the planet the tower we're looking for is. It's going to be the tallest one, which means it's going to be the one that comes out of the sand first. And the front door is locked. See if we can see the station. The front door is locked, but there is like a balcony on the back. It's Ember going around. Oh, oh. Get out of your way, sir. It would be easier to see if I got out of my ship, but then my oxygen would start ticking down. So I don't know if I really want to do that. Problem is, there's so little gravity here that I'm just like tumbling around on the surface. Oh, there's the station again. I wonder if you could land on that. It's probably very dangerous. Alright, let's take another peek. Yeah, okay, here it... Oh, shit. Here it is. Can you technically land here? This will suck my ship up, but I think this is going to be the last thing. Oh, shit. It shot me right out there. Alright, plan B. We get a little bit sucked up by the sand vacuum, and then get in there. Step 3, profit. Otherwise, we're gonna have to reset. The landing on that did not help, did it? I think it's coming from this direction. It's gonna make it so much harder now that the ship's in the way. Alright, here it comes. We gotta get mostly sucked up, but not all the way sucked up. It's such a terrible idea. I'm not gonna be able to see anything when I'm in the vacuum. I can hear it coming. Go, 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 go. Get in there. Get in there. Where am I? No, I'm in space. Shit. Cruel, cruel world. As I just orbit, sadly. Alright, is there anything we can do here? Maybe get to the shuttle? Honestly, it's probably too late for that anyway. Hold on, what is this? Never saw this before. This planet sometimes, and only sometimes, has a moon. This is also of note. It disappears if no one's watching it. Isn't that a fascinating orbital characteristic? It's my first time encountering a natural satellite with the ability to vanish when not being watched. We should study it, or even better, we should travel there. I agree, but our first step would be determining a method to track this phantom moon so that we can always know where it is. Given its reluctance to move while consciously observed, it might be a form of macroscopic quantum mechanics. I found your note, Melloray. Kindly count me among this moon's admirers. What's happening when it disappears? I doubt it ceases to exist. Does it move to another location? I believe so. Not only does the moon appear around Brittle Hollow, I can confirm it sometimes orbits Timberhearth as well. Okay. Yes. Okay, we're getting some music, but it's not the music. So that's the moon, yeah? And that's gonna line up. It's gonna line up with a planet. And when it lines up, it goes there? The symbols are lining up as the planets come into alignment. Is this the symbol for the quantum moon? I mean, I'm not seeing the moon pop up. Stuck in. Over here. Interloper. Nothing over here. So this has to be... That's the twins. This has to be the way to track the moon. Chert's research notes, property of Chert. Clearly, the Nomai were making astronomical observations here. They chose an excellent spot. What is this big rotating device for? What was it the Nomai were observing? I'd posit there's something special about the orange symbol on that device. HAL and the new astronaut's translator tool would be nice to have handy right about now. So it's gotta be the moon. Ooh, hello. We will... not do that. Still not fully sure how the jetpacking works. Oh, there you go. You hold the trigger and then press A. I had it backwards. Okay, drop, remove, drop, pick up, place. The quantum moon locator is functioning. We have markers for each of the places the moon goes. Anona Burr, I just observed the quantum moon in orbit around Dark Bramble. You have keen eyes, my friend, so this moon travels to a total of 5 locations, not 4. I added a marker for Dark Bramble. I thought the locator now counted for all of the Phantom Moon's locations, but sometimes the locator can't tell where the moon is. Perhaps there's a problem with the device? It's also possible there exists a 6th place in this star system to which the Phantom Moon travels. So, hypothesis, the Phantom Moon also travels to the Eye, and that's how we're going to find the Eye? Hold on. Yeah, so that moves, and there's the quantum moon. That moves until you look at it. God, that's hard to pin down, huh? Really need to be focused on it, though. Okay, you can move. Go ahead. There it is. All right. Probe. Is that going to keep it? Yep, that keeps it where it needs to be. So now, if I had my ship, I could get in my ship and fly to the quantum moon. This is vital information to know. Otherwise, I'd just be flying around hoping to find it randomly again. We're just about at the end of the cycle. We need to try to get to the sun station again. And this time I gotta be out of my ship. I could land on the top of the tower. There's no run button. Once I see... Get out of autopilot. Once I see the tower appear, I can land on that. What is happening? I wish I knew where exactly on the planet the tower was. So that was South Pole of Ember Twin? I'm just gonna orbit the planet a little bit, get a better perspective. And actually, you know what? We're just gonna follow this, because then we're not gonna accidentally get scooped up. And that way we'll be able to know immediately once the... Oh, there is cracks in that ice, huh? We'll be able to know immediately once the tower shows up. So I don't remember where, but I remember seeing something about the Interloper has cracks in its ice with stuff underneath it. So we're gonna have to go there at some point too. Kind of terrifying being this close to something that could just destroy the run. Okay, here's the tower. So we're going to land here, realizing that our ship will get sucked up. Or not? Why is it like that? Let me get out of the ship. There we go. And where... Where is the back door? Right there. Oh, real bad frames. Why was that so herky-jerky? Okay, can't go in there. Some time has passed since I checked in with you, Pi. How are you and Idea progressing with the Sun Station plans? Presently, my assessment is that our plan will either fail explosively or succeed explosively. Pi, you know I don't find that funny. How curious, Remy thinks I'm a gas, and I don't recall requesting that you monitor this conversation, Idea. I don't see what state of matter you are has to do with this. I've read this stuff before. I don't recall supporting the Sun Station's construction, but here we are. Hypothesis: time spent away from the station would be beneficial for you both. Huh. This is dangerous. Can I just die here? Can't go through that way. I can't get past any of that. So it's gotta be through here. This is the type of garbage that makes me hate this game. Sorry, not sorry. Surprise moon? Oh, hold on. Wait, what? Get out. Nice. I wasn't expecting trees on the quantum moon. Now that was near Timberhearth. Does the moon change depending on where it is? I also don't think I hit it that hard. There it is again. Let's go see if we can check it out. A little more safely. Yeah, it's different. How strange. Okay, we're going to try to... Yeah, okay, so we got our ship and the tower in there. Nope. Okay. So... hopefully our ship doesn't just fucking disappear this time. Just to remind myself, so these are the 3 quantum clues or whatever. Oh, this is what happened last time. Quantum entanglement, quantum imaging, 6th location. Yeah, the 6th location, the eye. So we need the other 2 things to interact with this, I guess. Okay, we've still got our picture there. I wasn't expecting the moon to change. That was a bit of a surprise. Go down, go down, go down. Where am I? Whoop. And this is that same thing that takes me to Brittle Hollow. I know we're just getting distracted again. I understand. But we do still have that tower here. And I've always been suspicious that maybe later on in the loop you can access that. Oh, wrong button. Crossroads. I need to change the gamma here. That's better. Where is the tower? The North Pole is the city, the South Pole is the observatory. This is literally the only path marked crossroads. There is a more reliable way to get here, but it's just not how it played out this time. I hear banjo music. Here it is. This is the crossroads. Is it up there? I can't remember. Gravity Crystal Workshop. Or is it down here? Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I guess we're going this way. I was trying to go to the left. So, I don't have a lot of oxygen, but my theory was, over time, maybe these would like slide down and allow me to get up it. Do I just spend 3 minutes watching the thing? Maybe there's trees up here. I don't know. Entrance is below. This goes up to the surface. Thank God. Okay. So that gives us time to monitor the situation. There's so much stuff in there. Quantum entanglement and 6th location. Do either of those things help us figure out how to get in here? I have a feeling that plaque right there is the 6th location. How do I get a better picture of it? Right? That should fill my log. Why doesn't it? Don't know how to get in there. Alright, let's get another hit of oxygen. About 8 minutes left in the loop. Thing is, if you wait until the end of the loop, you have like no time to do whatever it wants you to do. Can I fly in here? Probably. Still just as far away. The problem is I wouldn't be able to fit my ship in here. That's frustrating. The worst part is that I know that that's what it's trying to teach me. Oh, did the whole tower fall into the black hole? Boy. It's rough. This is the Whitehall Station. I think I've done everything I needed to do here. Where's my breadcrumb? What have I missed that's going to tell me how to get in there? We tried the Sun Station teleporter. It didn't work. We can try the Ash Twin teleporter. Give it 6 minutes. Let's do 5. I'm getting high energy vibes where, like, I know I'm doing the right thing, but somehow it's still not good enough. Other side of the sun. I wonder if you could land on that sun station. It's gotta be really hard. This is the tower we're looking for. So I'm going to sit down right here. And there's the shorter one, right? Yeah, so the tall one goes to Ember. The short one goes... I didn't realize there was a body here before. Was there a body here before? What the hell? Is that a Nomai body? Okay. So if I start getting sucked up, I bolt into this room. Okay? I can also use my down thrusters and maybe fight with the suction a little bit. Oh, my timer's going to be messed up because I dozed off. Alright, here it comes. No, son of a bitch. There's supposed to be wiggle room before and after the alignment. Alright, last try. I think this time we're going to try to go in there, like, right towards the end of the vacuum and see. Okay, there they go to the other side of the sun. That's gonna suck me up. Get out of the equator. All right. Okay, it's gonna be right after it goes by. Just wish it'd give you like a visual or audio cue when it's active. No. All right. There's gotta be a way. I hope there's trees on the other side of this. We got it. And we got trees. You had to go in the exact middle of it. Oh, thank God. This is crazy. 13 minutes, 1 second ago. Received data from previous cycles. Mass receiving data from probe tracking module. Giant's Deep memory statue. Timber Hearth memory statue. Probe tracking module. So is that how they're searching? Nine minutes till end of cycle transmission. Yep. So they're using the looping technology to search the entire universe instantaneously. Set up a time loop. Search 22 minutes at a time. Infinitely. Infinite number of times. Search the whole universe. That's why they have one on the probe tracking module. Those are the three. One statue fell off. 3 others aren't on. Today we finished the excavation of Ash Twin. Here, in this space, we will craft our most ambitious project yet, the Ash Twin project, powerful enough to send information back in time. We've also finished relocating all subterranean plants we met while digging. We'll need to keep our eyes on how significantly we've altered the environment here. How far we've come since our experiments at the High Energy Lab. I still can hardly believe Rami's hypothesis was true. Pope just sent the warp core for the final tower to us from the Black Hole Forge. Now Ash Twin can be connected with Giant's Deep, where Cassava is working with Evans to craft the orbital probe cannon, where Phlox is sculpting the memory statues. Hypothesis: it was not by accident the core of our warp tower was the last to be forged. Hypothesis: the cores could have been forged faster if Cassava had interrupted my work less frequently to ask questions. The important point is we're all connected through Ash Twin now, and also that I'm no longer needed for mediating your disagreements. Our friends on Giant's Deep tested the orbital probe cannon today. Mallow tells me the cannon is doing well and that Evans advocates for more launch power. If anyone can coax the maximum power of a device, Evans can. But then if anyone can goad a device into exploding, that too is likely Evans. Perhaps I should check in with the orbital probe cannon crew in the interest of safety. Would it help to remind Evans that Mallow, his love, will be on the Nome, one of the Nome aboard the cannon, or is Mallow part of the problem? Phlox and Daz finished the memory statues today, and they're truly remarkable. When the Ash Twin project succeeds, or in the event that it fails, the memory statues will activate, allowing us to gather more data before we shut down the project. Pi and Idea have worked hard on the Sun Station, and it at last is complete. If everything goes as planned, the structure will prompt the Sun's explosion, which will in turn supply the power the Ash Twin project requires. They did it on purpose? I'm impressed by their mental fortitude. This was the project's most difficult task in more ways than one. Wait. Wait. I've spent this whole game trying to help these people, only to find out that they're the ones that made the sun blow up? Okay. We're nearly ready to activate the Ash Twin project. Here's what will happen. First, the Sun Station will receive the order to fire at the Sun, prompting it to explode. Using the energy from the resulting supernova, the Ash Twin project will send the order for Orbital Probe Cannon to fire back in time by 22 minutes. Exactly 22 minutes after these orders are received, the Sun Station will again trigger the supernova to send the probe data from this cannon launch back in time. In total, each cycle created by the Ash Twin project will last precisely 22 minutes. We can end this cycle at will. These words are difficult to write. The Sun Station did not work. However, this is the closest we've ever been. The Ash Twin project is theoretically sound. We were only unable to power it. Perhaps there's another way. This is easier expressed than accomplished. You can wait for the sun to explode on its natural timeline if you prefer, Idea, but you'll need to find a way to halt our aging process. I believe we can still find a way to create a supernova, my friend. Don't lose hope. Okay. So they were planning on blowing up the sun, but it didn't work, and then they died out, and now we just happen to be exploring right before the sun blows up on its own. That makes a little more sense. We're halting our research into creating supernova for this moment. A comet has newly arrived in the solar system, and we're anxious to explore it. It's been a very long time since we last explored somewhere new, so we're excited to welcome this comet. Imagine what knowledge might be gained there. That's the interloper. Oh god, there's so much here. Okay. Riddle Hollow. I have good news, Yarrow. The advanced warp core is ready to be installed in the central chamber at Ash Twin. No, it isn't. Is everything well at the forge? The core's durability could still be improved. I need more time. Ignore her. The core is finished. My sister tells you otherwise. She'll be finished as well. I'm pretty sure we've read that before. There's a bunch of these. Timber Hearth. The ore, yeah, so they were building the ore, they were building the shield around this out of the ore on Timber Hearth. Yeah. So there's a lot of redundancy put into these, at least. I've installed the masts inside the Ash Twin project. They look beautiful. Yep, I've read this before. Okay, continue along. What is this? Artificial gravity control. god. I'm in 0G now. Hold on. Hold on, I need to read this shit. How to access the core? Oh, Jesus Christ. We need to turn this back on. Caution, you're about to access the core while the Ash Twin project is active. Removing the core will disable the Ash Twin project. Oh shit, and then I turn it off. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Just do. I might have just like screwed everything up. Is this what's allowing the thing to... Oh no. If I took the warp core out of the Ash Twin project, that stops the Ash Twin project, that stops my memories getting beamed back, that stops the loop. What have I done? I'm gonna get a front row seat for it. Because the sun's gonna blow up anyway. I can't stop that from happening. Do I even try to go in my ship? Why not? Surely not. No way. Oh well. That was the bad ending. And yet, that's the end of this episode. So as always, thanks for watching. Maybe we'll see you next time.